Alright, welcome back to another episode. Continuing off where we left off from last time, we were having some issues with the AI agent um, trying to work with the building, um, picking up the resources. We can't just have him not try to pick up the resources. So, what I'm doing right now is I'll just show you what's happening now. I'll create a building, click here, click here. So they both, I wish I could see it better. I need to type in the name here. But you can see the plan is to gather resource, take resource from ground, take resource to blueprint, and then build a building. And you can see them both taking it to the blueprint. Which is kind of strange. Like, okay, this sets it to true. And then when it checks the condition, check condition, if it's not, blueprint is task. So I'm kind of confused. See, the first agent should tag this, and then under these conditions, see, after he makes a plan, he's going to tag this. Maybe this isn't, blueprint is not equal to null. Maybe it's not getting this correctly. Another debug.log. Blueprint is being taxed. Let's do a really long line because I'm having a hard time seeing it. I need to delete some of these debugs, especially when you got two AI agents and they're both firing off the same debugs. Okay, click here, click here, click here. Let me pause it. See if we can find that. If I collapse it, oh, it's already collapsed. Let's see if we find it at all. Keep going. I don't see any stars. That is interesting. Set target. Let's just go through our set target. It goes through all this. Target object is blueprint. It's true. Oh, I can even do an if statement here. Debug.log. Setting blueprint target during pre-planning. And then let's just make sure. Target object. Debug.log. Found a blueprint to set target during pre-planning. Okay. Just make sure all those things are working. Hmm. Building, building, pre-planning, building, building. Okay. Okay, setting blueprint. And it's not finding a target. Okay, right. Okay. Yeah, because it sets the target when it has all the resources. Okay, Okay. The building action is a lot more complicated than others. It almost shouldn't be part of a plan. It should almost be its own separate thing. Here's why. Really, in order for it to even build something, see, we haven't been able to test this because all of our buildings require one resource. But let's say it has multiple resources. So really the task is, take this resource, take this resource, take this resource, take this resource, then build. We don't want to do that. So we almost want the build, we almost wanted to win. This isn't what we want. We don't want any of this here because it will never set this because this plan is part of, oh man, this does get complicated. You almost think like I should have just gone back to the way I was doing before because all these situations get so complicated anyways, and you are pretty much hard coding this each individual situation. The good thing though about keeping things separated is a little bit easier to kind of debug them separately. I think. I don't know, maybe it is. But yeah, this cannot happen because this is the target. Let's just get rid of this for now. Let's get rid of all this. So we can't even do that. Really, the action for building something only happens when there's all the resources there. So the idea is, okay, you don't have all the resources there, then create a plan that would get you all the resources there. That gets kind of tricky because we could have multiple AI taking the different resources it needs to build that building, but then maybe only one of them builds it. And so, really, the goal shouldn't be to build a building. The goal should be to take resources to a blueprint. And then we have a separate goal that says build blueprint. And so, maybe we do that. Let's work on this one thing at a time. So let's go back to our goals. Stop this. Let's create a new script called take resource to blueprint goal. Okay. Pretty long name. And this is an AI goal. And let's see, what are some of the things we need to override? Override is valid. Okay, so what makes this valid? In order for this to be valid, loop through all blueprints and find a blueprint that doesn't have all resources. Okay, that's all it's going to do. Turn false if you can't do it. So we're going to say blueprint is equal to map manager dot instance dot get component. Sorry, not get component, but get game objects. Type of blueprint. This needs to be a game object. Now, what would be cool is if I change this thing to have like something like this, and it says blueprint, and then we could do blueprint here, and then in here it would return this type. I'm not quite sure how to do all that, so that's why I'm doing it this way. Let's call this needs to be a list. List of game objects, we'll call it game objects. Okay, and then we're going to loop through them. Oops, not like that. Again, you've seen this before. For each game object, GO in game objects, whoops, and we'll say blueprint is equal to go.getComponent of the blueprint. All right, cool. And if blueprint dot has all resources and blueprint dot is not is task, then we're going to return true. So okay. Anything else I need to do? All right, let's go to our character. Let's go to our goals. And I don't want to remove this, but hold on. If it does not have all of its resources. So if we find a blueprint out there that does not have all of its resources, then we can make this a goal. Turn this guy off. I kind of want to get rid of this for now. build building is 1. Let's go to our actions. Build any building. The condition needs to be rate to build. Let's go to take resource to building or blueprint. The effect is this. This is not going to be the effect. The effect will be blueprint has resource. Okay. And then our goal, let's add the take blueprint, take resource to. The goal would be blueprint has resource. And this is going to be a 1. Let's make that, sorry, this needs to be a 1. And we're going to say take resource to blueprint. Okay, let's just save this. Okay, let's pause it. See here, it says take resource to blueprint condition is good. Hold on, let's just make sure we got our goal. Blueprint has resource. Just make sure we got that right. Let's go back to our actions. Take resource to blueprint has resources 1. Goals. Blueprint has 1. Okay, look through all the blueprints. If the blueprint that has all resources and is not his task. Well, we know we're doing the goal, right? Let's see, do we know? My goal is building a building goal still. Hold up. Okay, so okay, let's go to our goals here. Let's just make this 10 for now. There should be nothing that satisfy this goal. So I don't know. Okay. Man, why does it say there's no target for this? Alright, here's the actions. Take resource on ground. Here's his plan. Take resource on ground, take resource to blueprint. But then it says there's no. Let's go to our set target. We are performing it. I don't understand why this one didn't go off. Oh, here. We got it on collapse. That's why. Let's do this again. Performing this. So create a plan, performing this. And it says there's no target. Goes to here. Oh, shoot. We want to do set target. I thought I had that. Maybe I forgot to put it in here. Let's go back here. I got to do this for all of them. If target object is not equal to null, just return true. I basically need to put this on all the actions. If we already have the target, because we might have gotten it during the pre. See, I did it for that one. Sleeping on ground. We'll do the same thing. And really, we could make this part of the base target. That might be easier. All right, let's test that again. Okay, there. Now it's building it. Look at that. Did you see that? Did everyone see that? Was it supposed to do that? Oh my word. Was it supposed to do that? I don't know. Oh man. Is that how it was supposed to do it? I guess I had no other goal, so that was the goal, was to build it. But hold on a second. Let's go to our action. Ready to build. So it's okay. Yeah, that's true, because what's happening in my let's go back to our this. Where's the perform action? We are saying ready to build if it has all of it. So that is exactly actually what we want. See, I was right. That's what we wanted, because we want to say, okay, if this blueprint's ready, let's set ready to build. And so we've kind of separated that out. Now let's turn this other agent on, and who knows what will happen. We'll do that. At least we're not getting any errors. We're doing that. We want to see if, okay, they're still both going there. Okay. And he's still trying to do his task of building or dropping off. For now, let's just do this. When we take it to the resource, do we have a pre-planning? Public override. Pre-planning action. And let's do set target. And we could do the if statement. If we set that, then blueprint is equal to target object dot get component blueprint, and then we're going to say blueprint dot is task is equal to true. Now, one thing we need to start doing is after we're done performing a task, like right here, or it doesn't really matter, but we need to say is task is false. Let's just see what happens. He takes it, he's building it, he's taking it. Oh, he's still taking it too. Why is he picking it? This is not what we want, but we're going to see if this works. Check condition. That didn't change anything. I had an error. Just see if I get that error again. Yep, and pause it. Okay. Why? Let's do this. If carry object is not equal to null, then we'll do it. Shoot. This is finding a blueprint based on what they're carrying. Let's not do that anymore because we are presetting the blueprint. Oh boy. This gets complicated. I Totally don't want to do that. Well, we just keep trying. Oh, well, look at him go. He's not going to it, so it's kind of fixed. Um, just check out some more. Oh, look at that. He went right to here to go build it. And then what is he doing? He went all the way over here to pick this one up. Could have picked that one up, dummy. Same thing. I guess they're not dumb. It's just the guy who's making them. It's not their fault. But it's kind of working. I think the reason why I said I didn't want to do that last thing is we really have to get this pre-planning correct, because we don't have things talking to each other. Uh, let's say we have and this is where I probably have to do more of some coding with the blueprints and keeping track of what does it have and what doesn't have, so that in the pre-planning, like right here, for taking resources, we should have something that set the target resource for the agent based on the need of the blueprint and what is available to the was available in the storage. So we need something like that, so that when it's pre-planned, it has a blueprint that needs stone. Because right now, when it makes a plan, it doesn't even think about what type of resource it needs. The only thing that it says is like, oh, I need some resource in storage, and that resource, it doesn't check. It just says as long as there's some. Matter of fact, if I look at the project, the actions for the take resource to, yeah, all it's checking is, hey, do you have something in your hand? As long as you have something in your hand, you can do this action. But what you have couldn't be the thing that you need. And so we were just checking that as it was performing the action. We really need to check specifically what do you have and how can you get this sort of thing. If you have ever used a behavior tree or tried to make your own behavior tree programming, they use something called a blackboard, and a lot of times you can kind of, use these. Right now our world state is just a dictionary of strings and integers. So we could write some complicated code to where, oh man, yeah, it just, I don't know, I'm not sure how to do it, or the best approach to doing this. Because this really needs to be true if the resource that this blueprint needs, because all it does is in our check conditions for taking resource, it just checks, are there any blueprints, and are there any blueprints that don't have resources and don't have a task? Okay, plus it's checking, okay, did you find an action that where you have a resource in your hand? I don't care what you have though. So this kind of like planning and the backwards planning, really needs to kind of figure it out. Um, to where we're not making like all these different actions that are say like one action is like take wood from storehouse, take take wood or stone from storehouse, take wood from storehouse, take berry from storehouse. So we don't want that kind of thing. So I just have to think about how to better plan these things for the AI agents. I mean, right now this is like I said, kind of working. Um, I mean, we're in a better state than it was before. Um, it's still kind of cool. Now, look, he here's the problem. His goal became to build, but he couldn't build, so we also need to check for that. Um, he just stood there because he said, "Hey, I can't build anything," but my goal is to build something. So, how do I do that with the gather thing? It's probably under the build action, the building goal. So this is just checking if there's any blueprints, and really it should be like uh, for each. Whoops. For each game object, geo. I hate that. And we're going to call these game objects. So blueprint blueprint is equal to geo dot get component blueprint, and then if blueprint that has all resource and blueprint dot is task is false, then we're going to return true. Let's see if that fixes that. Standing around AI agent. Because he was essentially standing around because alright, he's going to go build. Okay, that was weird. He stopped. Oh, he dropped it off. He's going to go build. Oh, shoot. What's going on? Oh, they're both building it. No. Okay, I thought we had it. What happened? He's picking it up. He's building that. He's... Oh, look. See, we got 2 wood there now. What is going on? Now there's a berry there too. uh, and we have no errors. So it's just doing it because poor programming. Oh, my word. That makes me sad. Alright, this is valid things not working right, I bet. Did I do this in the right spot? Yeah, I did. Alright, well, I'll take a look at it. and see if what was going on. I think we're on the right track, and this is more complicated, um, but we're trying to fine tune it to make sure that this portion works. Hopefully, we won't have. Hopefully, when we figure out this type of way to go about doing these complex actions, then when we come to like other ones, it'll be kind of the same way, and it'll be a little bit easier to figure out. All right, as always, thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.